Okay, so now we've gone through the bony landmarks. Let's start putting the muscles in. So we're going to draw first the anterior compartment of the forearm, and specifically we're only going to focus on the superficial layer. So just to remind you, the common origin point of the anterior compartment of the forearm is going to be our medial epicondyle of the humerus. Okay, so we have the humerus over here, we have the radius, and we have the ulna, we have the carpal bones, the metacarpals, and then we have the phalanges. Okay, so we'll start off with our first muscle, which is going to be the pronator teres over here, and notice here how we have two heads of the pronator teres. Even though we have two heads, we only have one muscle belly that will insert into the radius. Okay, so the two heads means that the muscle will originate from 2 points. So our humeral head of the pronator teres will have some fibers that come from the medial epicondyle, some fibers that come from the supracondylar ridge. All right. The ulnar head, on the other hand, will have to come from the ulna, right? That's why it's called the ulnar head. So it's going to come from our coronoid process. And these two bellies will insert mid-shaft of the radius. So just like so. Okay? Therefore, they will only act upon the joints that they cross, which will be the elbow joint and the proximal radio-ulnar joint as well. Okay? So that's our pronator teres done. Our next muscle is the flexor carpi radialis. From the name, we know that it's going to flex, it's going to insert on the carpal bones, and it's going to insert on the radial aspect of the forearm. So, again, we go back to our common origin point, which is going to be the medial epicondyle. And our flexor carpi radialis will insert on the base of that second metacarpal. Okay, so that's that in green. Then we have our palmaris longus, which I'm hesitating to put because this is a deep view, but we'll just put here that we have the palmaris longus that originates from the medial epicondyle, but it will insert superficially on the palmar aponeurosis, as well as the flexor retinaculum. Okay, and our last muscle of the superficial layer is going to be the flexor carpi ulnaris, and the flexor carpi ulnaris will originate from that medial epicondyle again, and it will insert into the hamate, so over here, and it will give off some fibers to the pisiform, so that little carpal bone that we can only see on the palmar aspect, and the base of the fifth metacarpal as well. Okay, so this is an idea on how to present your notes in a way that you can understand.